Welcome to Igbo Table Talks with Ollie and
Mecca.
we're still working on the intro.
Yeah.
I just use Nickelodeon song.
No, please don't.
So for today's topic, the focus is on
Friendships after 30.
mm-hmm,
And specifically,
like specifically why our social circles shrink, after 30 and if we're okay with that.
yes,
I mean, I feel like I've had this conversation so many times with like different groups. Not necessarily different groups, but
individuals.
this has been a conversation that's come up, and I also feel it. I definitely feel the difference. And I feel like I'll say I was someone that had a big social circle.
Okay.
Especially like doing college and after college, like those years, like I was doing college and like my early 20s. I came from a big social circle because I was part of like a big Christian community.
Mm, okay.
And it was like, because of that, like it was almost like you're
You
dumped
knew.
into an automatic circle, like
Then
there's, yeah, and we all like connected because it's like when you have such a common ground, it makes it so much easier to connect.
Nice.
It's like, oh, you love Jesus, I love Jesus. All right, yeah, we're friends now.
Oh, Chineke.
You know, that's
Oh,
not what it was. So it's like, I had like my college friends that I got like the different
yeah.
community of folks from like Baltimore,
Yeah.
different Baltimore communities who are also like young people who just love Jesus. So there's always something to do. Like
Hey.
there's worship nights, there's game nights, there's
Chineke.
Friendsgiving, there's just so much,
Absolutely. Naturally, yeah.
And when I think about it now I'm like, wow, like it really did. After a while, I think it becomes unsustainable because how long can you last on just like, oh, we love Jesus? After a while, you shrink a little bit because you become more, not that at that time we weren't complex people or we didn't have a lot of things going on. But when you start adding other elements into it,
Mm.
then the circle starts shrinking. You know what I mean?
I got them.
Where like it's not just loving Jesus is not enough anymore. Like, okay, I'm in a relationship and I need to like find people who are this. I'm dealing with this right now. I need to find people who are into this.
Right.
Like this is where I'm heading with my life right now, and
I got them.
I need to move more towards people who are like that. And then it's like moving. I also moved. I literally I moved to a different state. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that was like the biggest one. Like, like if I'm being honest, like I moved, and when you move, that's when you really see, okay, like who holds you as priority and who I hold as priority, if I'm being honest. Let me not just put it on other people. It's like, okay, while you're in a different state, who are you keeping up with?
Right.
I think that those things matter. Who's keeping up with me, and who am I keeping up with? So to me, all these things, it causes it because I've had a lot of reflections like on this, with just with friendship, because I had a really thriving community, you know, and I'm grateful for every different phase of life, and I truly believe like there is a time for everything. Um, I truly believe there's a time for everything.
Yeah.
Like, and with each phase of life, you need something different. And sometimes it's not everyone that you can take on that journey.
How is your goal?
I've come to believe that some people are truly there for a season.
Oh,
And it's okay. It's not that you guys are not friends anymore.
Right.
It's just that season has ended.
That's right.
And it's now they're part of like that chapter in your life, and that's it. But they're not meant to come with you to the next chapter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ụfọdụ ịma m ụfọdụ ihe na-eme ndị enyi ha na-abụkwa enyi ke ga ụzọ ke onye ke ga ụzọ ibe onye ke ga-eri bụ depth, the level of depth ọ ihe na-eme ụfọdụ mmadụ ga-asị ma otu m na-atọ ọ na-aha n'anya ma ọ na-aha otu onye ke kwesị na-atọ, and m ụfọdụ ọ ihe na-eme ndị enyi na-asị ka m nọrọ onwe m ntị n'ihi na ebe m gaje ka m gbaa ọsọ n'ihi na onye ke so m onye ke ọzọ so m ha bụọ chọrọ ịga south achọrọ m ịga north ọnwe ihe dị uru nọ n'ime ndụ m chọrọ imema ọ ihe m chọrọ ịmụta and ya ma ndị ha nọ n'azụ gị ọ ndị enyi gị ha chọghị ịmụta ya ha chọghị ha karịa otu ha dị ị ga-ama na mmụọ na n'ime agwa gị na echiche gị si gị na ndị a unu nwere ike ịgwa enyi but ọ ga-abụ enyi otu ọ chịrị mbụ ọ gọla associates.
Yeah,
it's what makes associates happen too.
Honestly, I feel for you. I almost feel like it's the opposite for you because when I met you, I felt like you didn't really have that many friends.
Depth.
Yes. And I know, like, some of my friends, especially when I brought you around, one thing they said is like, okay, like, where's his people? Like, where's his people? Why is it, like he's met us, but like, who are his friends?
I know. I know that too.
And because I know, for you, okay, you come from a big community.
Very.
But coming from a childhood community,
yes,
it's not the same as, okay, the friends you've now made yourself that are like,
actual enyi gị
yeah,
gị na ha nwe akụkọ and otu ihe mere mbụ oge m toro ana m na-achị si ụfọdụ ndị bụ ndị enyi ndị shi community right achị m si otu oge si ndị aha kwesị bụ ndị enyi m and ana m na-ele ya dịka as if ha bụ enyi m actually but not realizing that ọ bụghị si ha bụ enyi gị ọ nwere ụzọ ha si bata n'ime ndụ m ndị bụ family friends.
Family friends.
Yeah,
family friends. It's like I feel like they're those where like you didn't really put in work to get them. You didn't. Yeah, I don't think so earning, but it's just like you guys are. Oh yeah, we know from some. Your parents were friends.
There you go.
That's really more of it, and you guys automatically now grow up with each other or grow up in the same community. But it doesn't mean that you guys are also friends.
It's true. I'm also here na mama with family friends. Gị ghọta si ọtụtụ ndị bụ family friends gị na ha n'ọbụghị enyi oge ga-eru gị na ha ga-atọ gị na ya ga-amasị n'eziokwu me na onye a anyị na-apa n'eji anyị na-afụta mee ihe ndị enyi na-eme ka anyị biri ugbo ghọọ enyi ọ ma ụfọdụ
they find their common interest and they become friends outside of like we're just family friends. Now they're actual like friends. You know what I mean?
And Ima ebe ihe Kam kwukwu gbasa ihe family friends na mama family friends go enyi actually but ya me ga-aghọta si ụfọdụ ndị bụ enyi ezinụlọ ha bụghị enyi gị ya me ga-aghọta ka ha you can be deceived for a very long time.
It's deceived.
Well, it's not deceived.
I don't think
you might misunderstand the depth. You might misunderstand the level of friendship.
I think maybe it will be more like on your
misunderstand. That was me for some time. Misunderstanding that India, I'm enyi. I'm boo. Associates.
Right.
Unfortunately, I ain't gonna like actual enyi.
Yeah. And I think also it helps with defining expectations and not getting hurt.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
Because as just even bringing it back to as Nigerians, a lot of us do come from like big communities.
Of course.
Because I think it's also it's innate in us that we don't do life alone. So a lot of our parents, they don't do life alone. I think even for them, like that was part of their survival.
Yes.
Like part of their survival is, find a community, find people who are like us, and build life together with them.
Yep, exactly.
And they needed that. If I'm thinking about it now, but for us, yeah, I think for me, just even bringing it back, how do I feel about it? I don't think us as a generation and as an individuals are going to have the big community that our parents had. I don't see our kids like having a bunch of like aunties or family friends and this and that. I think is we already see it.
It'll be more nuclear.
We already see it. It's so much already. It's so much smaller. Like we're all kind of like already on islands on our own.
Sure.
That our kids sadly they won't have those big communities because I'm sure it gave you things to do. Like like because there's always a party. There's always someone doing something. You guys are you know what I mean? Yeah. So it definitely does. It's different. Like it has its good and its bad. Yeah. It's less drama, that's for sure, because you don't have to. Because some people, it's like I think part of maturing is realizing that not everyone needs to be in your life.
Oh, Joku. Wow, that's true.
Yeah.
So with
that, if you remove the drama that comes with that, because our parents, it was more like there are people that they didn't like, but they're still they're still there. All they'll tell you is don't eat their food.
Ya me chọ ka m rie nri dani bekee. Gịnị mere ịchọ ka m gaa ụlọ dani bekee? Gịnị mere na na-aga ụlọ dani bekee?
Food, don't talk too much, just don't say anything about our family. So it's like, okay, you guys are family friends, you're coming to the event, but then you have to be on guard.
Oh, gịnị na-eme?
What kind of like
Don't lose guard. Abụ nwazi. Gịnị mere m na
so that part, I think
ọtụtụ ụmụaka ha agaghị aghọta ha n'ihi na agaghị eti ha n'ụzọ dị otu a.
No, our generation, we're quick to cut, drop, and keep it going.
And otu ihe ụmụaka ndị anyị towe ga-akele anyị sị ya n'eziokwu nne na nna m ha tighị m na nnọdụ ebe ụfọdụ ndị anyị ma ha bụ ndị ọjọọ and amaha m ha gasị n'eziokwu mmadụ niile ndị nọ
yeah, they're friends with some people that
absolutely
that don't wish the best for them, and it's like, okay, but why did you?
All the risky or the risky.
Why do all this stuff if you feel like they're not, because at the end of the day, like if they're not for you,
who are they for?
They're not. I mean, I'm sure they have people who they're for.
Yeah, but they're not for you. So they're like, yeah, it's almost
like that means how can you be comfortable with them being around your kids? Yeah, that part. But so I guess for you in college then.
Yes. Yeah.
So did you not make friends in college, or were you alone?
But I was never alone.
So what happened to them?
No, meaning that I've always been, honestly, at every stage of my life, a public person.
Okay.
Right? And I got that. Not social media public, but I'm mobile. I always knew people. I'm on the model. So in college, right? School I had didn't so mwaka puku which 2,000 students or 2,500 students can play all time. And Nimeya, so many small circles. No, Nime. I know Nime circle asa Nijoku 7.
Okay.
And, no, at least. Because I know I'm a rugby. Ogam no lakoko.
Okay.
I know I'm I know Okum no in varsity. Ogam no lakoko too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Okum no kona ke no. So I know na different circles of people. Omoto uzo shiru. Omoge ọtụtụ ụmụaka n'ụlọ akwụkwọ ma aha m I want nickname ha na point. School ka ha na nye gị nickname.
Yeah, I think instead of Gucci.
Yeah. So
okay.
On my level. So look. So hana pom aha but I was so popular that I was trying to pom kama imagine the level of depth. I didn't go deep within the model.
Why do you think that is though?
You know why? Because otum shito na community m okwehem ka m ghọta ka m hụ si gị na ndị mmadụ kwesị inwe vulnerability. Ikwesị mepe onwe gị ji ndị mmadụ ndị onye iwu ha nwa ka ji gị ndị ha wụ. And also ụzọ otu ụzọ ezigbo ụzọ ndị mmadụ na-agọ enyi. Ya ma ị gaghị mmadụ ka mpụ ya vulnerability. Ọ gara ahụ ka mmadụ kwesị iwu mmadụ iwu onye dịka A, B, and C. Ha gasị
no, that's true.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest factors that delayed me from with those depths from college out. Ọmụkwa ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ ndị mam now. Mena ha na pantakị, but him chebu, I met you like mena ndị a ga-agọ ezigbo enyi na ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ ndị ma. It wasn't like that. And
then after college, there's no because that foundation, it wasn't it wasn't strong.
Yes.
To continue the
friendship. Yeah, and college is a bubble.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
get half full campus, get half baha.
You have to really fight to keep the friends.
Also, one and one korom say oga she maybe SS1 junior high or something like that. Yana ninya got school ndozo. On a poha mobile and equity poha. Ha na ahụ onwe ha to ha even meta ụlọ akwụkwọ college. So you have to reinvest. You have to reach out.
You have to.
And also
friendship is a constant.
It's a constant cycle of revisiting. Yes.
Pour into it. Just like a marriage or any other relationship, you have to pour into friendship. If you want it to continue to thrive.
Ihe ọzọ m chere ịkọ ya ma inwe enyi, right? Gịnị ya bụ dị mma nwoke ọ nwaanyị and ọ teele keme gịnị ya kwuru ọ bụghị sị gịnị ya unu bụghị ezigbo enyi o ọmụka ụfọdụ ndị na-eme ọrụ n'azụ ụlọ n'ime onwe ha maybe ha chere mema agwa ha chere mema ọrụ aka ha so they're doing the work behind to build themselves and some people ha naghị chọọ iwere nsogbu ha niile tikwasị n'ele mmadụ ọzọ. They rather work on themselves and deal with their own issues by themselves.
I guess
that's another thing too.
Yeah, and I think maybe I see more men that are like that, where they're not I mean, some of you guys don't really have like
friendships. Umoko friendships are very up and down.
Yeah,
I go any.
Yeah, but it's also very surface.
It's vague too.
You know, women, I think we are more vulnerable, which is why we have such strong friendships. And it's
sisterhood.
Okay. Yes, and it's sisterhood, and sometimes I feel like that's where the issue comes from too, because part of being vulnerable is that there's other things that come with that, but when you're not, when it's a surface thing, like I can't ever see myself like fight with someone who like an associate or like a surface friendship, because what am I fighting for? Like there's nothing that's been built, Yeah, and I feel like for a lot of men, you guys have like, yes, it's easy for you all to be friends, but then just like that, like you won't talk to each other for like a year, So it's interesting. I think each has its pros and each has its pros and cons. That's what I'll say. But yeah, it definitely does look different for us when it comes to like friends and community.
And affording day when waka, there's different elements that impact that after 30.
Yeah.
So you just have to recall and understand what works best for you.